Today, I started the ocular injury for fifth year student of Adin Medical Colleges. It is online classes, and today is the second part of the ocular injury class. Now, I discuss mainly the open globe injury. Open globe injury mainly means that it is full thickness injury of the eyeball. Outer layer of the eyeball is cornea and sclera. In cornea and sclera, when there is a full thickness injury occurs, we call it open globe injury. There are two types of open globe injury. Number one is globe rupture. Number two is globe laceration. Globe rupture. Globe rupture, full thickness injury to the cornea or sclera by blunt trauma, and globe laceration is mainly by the sharp cutting weapon. Types, these two types, rupture is with blunt trauma and laceration is with by sharp weapon. Types of globe rupture, it is a mainly two types: direct rupture at the site of injury, uh, where the injury occurs by a blunt instrument and directly hit the eyeball and rupture of the globe. Sometimes some indirect rupture. Indirect rupture is more common because of compression force. This compression force applied over the eyeball, and in the weak point it is ruptured. There are several weak points in the eyeball. In the weak point it ruptured. The mechanism of rupture are two. One is direct trauma hit at the site causing rupture, or indirect trauma, it is in the weak point of the eyeball where the rupture occur. For some clinical features we can calculate to diagnose the eyeball is ruptured. Number one is when a rupture occurs with the history of trauma to the eyeball becomes soft. Pupil is irregular in nature. There may be hyphema, that is blood in the anterior chamber. There may be prolapse of the uveal tissue, prolapse of the vitreous, dislocation of the lens, choroidal rupture, retinal tear. These are the sign we can find from a globe rupture. If we diagnose the globe is rupture, treatment is immediate repair of the wound under general anesthesia. Immediate repair of the wound under general anesthesia. Our second full thickness open globe injury is globe laceration. Full thickness wound in the outer coat, that is sclera and cornea. It includes sharp object, that is it includes three different types of injuries. One is penetrating injuries, another is perforating injuries, and another is intraocular foreign body. Penetrating injury means single full thickness wound by a sharp object. Perforating means two full thickness wound, one is entry, another is exit by sharp injury by exact like missile injury. And third is intraocular foreign bodies. In case of intraocular foreign bodies, one entry is there, no exit is found. Three types of open globe lacerated injury by sharp cutting wound: penetrating type, perforating type, intraocular foreign body. Now we come to the mode of injuries in ocular laceration. Trauma by sharp or pointed instrument. What are the instruments? Instruments like needles, knives, nails, arrows, screwdriver, pens, pencil, compass, glass particles, like this. Trauma by sharp and pointed instruments. Another trauma by foreign body traveling high away directly hit the eye, and like bullet injury, iron foreign body, like this. Two types of injury. Number one, direct trauma by the sharp or pointed injury. Another is flying object. What are the mechanism of damage? by the penetrating trauma. Mechanism of damage is number one, mechanical effect of the trauma, that the physical damage, introduction of infection, and post-traumatic inflammation like uveitis, endophthalmitis, like this. These are the cause or mechanism of damage: direct mechanical effect, introduction of foreign body, and infection. What are the treatment of the laceration? Laceration, all wounds surgically toileting very clearly and repair as early as possible, and post-surgical infection should be controlled. Three types of treatment: that patient is hospitalized, and wound toileting, repair, and post-surgical infection control. These are the mechanism of treatment of fracture of the eyeball. Next is intraocular foreign bodies. Common foreign bodies are chips of the irons, steels is the common 90%, particles of the glasses, stones, lead, pellets, copper, aluminum, and plastics, woods. These are the particles which may be thrown to impact within the eyeball. Mode of damage with intraocular foreign body, like mechanical effects, introduction of infection, and reaction of foreign bodies, and post-traumatic iridocyclitis and infection development, and sympathetic ophthalmitis. These five are the mechanism of infection. I again say mechanical effects, introduction of infection, reaction of the foreign body, post-traumatic iridocyclitis and endophthalmitis, development of sympathetic ophthalmitis. What are the mechanical damage? Mechanical damage occurs at the site of injury, like if injury is corneal sclera is wounded, it may choroid may rupture, retina may be detached, iritis and iridocyclitis, there may be tear in the iris and ciliary body, lens may be dislocated, vitreous hemorrhage may occur, and anterior chamber hyphema may occur. These structure-wise mechanical damage where the wound occurs, structure-wise damage occurs. Then second is introduction of infection. If the foreign body is associated with some infective agent, it causes iridocyclitis, endophthalmitis, panophthalmitis, very serious infection of the lobe. Then third is reaction of the foreign bodies. Some reacting foreign body are there and some non-reacting foreign body is there. Non-reacting foreign body, that inert particle have no reaction, then glass, plastic, then silver, platinum have no reaction. But local reaction mainly lead and aluminum particle. Local reaction, lead and aluminum. Suppurative reaction sometimes occurs zinc, copper, nickel, mercury, and specific reaction mainly iron and copper. Iron have siderosis bulbi and copper have chalcosis. These are the specific reaction of the foreign bodies. But our important here is two main, iron particles and copper particles. If iron particle introduced within the eyeball, it is very important to remove this within. If you are not remove these iron particles, these react. These iron particles electrically dissociates and combine with the intracellular protein, causing the degenerative changes of the cell and causing defecting the iris, that is heterochromia iris, lens may develop cataract, retina have degenerative changes, uveitis, and secondary glaucoma may develop. These are the complication of the iron particles. We call it siderosis bulbi. And copper particle also have important. Then copper is introduction of the copper as an alloy. This copper is electrically dissociates and deposited under the membrane of the structure. Structure membrane under deposited হয়. Unlike copper, no combination of the proteins, so no degenerative changes like copper. Copper has specific effect on the eyeball. One is mainly the Kaiser-Fleischer ring, or we call it KF ring, mainly deposition of copper at the peripheral part of the Descemet's membrane It is mainly found in the hepatolenticular degeneration or Wilson disease. And typical type of cataract is that sunflower type of cataract. Copper is deposited on the posterior capsule arranged like a petals of flower. Arranged like a petals of flower. Sunflower cataract. Then retina, golden plaque may be deposited in retina. Iron causing siderosis bulbi, copper causing calcosis. This copper has specific findings, that is Kaiser-Fleischer ring in the cornea. Lens have cataractus with specific type, sunflower type of cataract. Now we come to the management of the retained foreign body within the eyeball. Just we take the history, then we examine the eye. Examination and some investigation is there. What are the investigation? Plain X-ray of the orbit, AP and lateral view. Radio-opaque foreign body can be detected by the only plain X-ray, and other investigation is the CT scan, ultrasonogram, B scan. Now management of the intraocular foreign bodies, we take the history first, then examination, and then investigation. Investigation is plain X-ray of the orbit, AP and lateral view, then CT scan of the orbit, then ultrasonogram B scan of the orbit, and to look at the site of the foreign bodies. If the foreign bodies is magnetic type, that with a giant magnet it may be removed. If it is non-magnetic, surgical approach to remove this foreign body. Sometimes inert foreign body is there. If it is a small size, it should not be removed and kept in as it is. If it is large with maximum damage, then we remove it. Three types of foreign body: magnetic type, remove with magnet; non-magnetic type, surgical approach, we remove it; and inert foreign body, small size, no remove; large size, should be removed surgically. These are the second part of my lecture and of ocular injury, and some remaining we discuss in the next classes. Thank you very much.